Man was transported into a game world and turned into a low-level wild monster. Although his stats were trash at the start, with brains alone, Jack not only reached level 20 but also recruited a whole gang of minions. The unlucky part was that because Jack was a wild monster, every time he tried to enter the city to change classes, the gate guards would one-shot him. Most of the clash change materials would drop as well. To dominate the game smoothly, Jack gathered all his minions that day and prepared to teach them dungeon farming strategies. As he spoke, he had the minions hand out the guides he'd written. He thought that with their help, he'd soon collect all the materials needed for his class change.
有个小问题，
讲。
我们不识字。
But at this rate, let alone farming materials, they'd just get instantly killed if they ran into slightly stronger players. So Jack decided to first teach them how to deal with players. Step 1 was non-stop trash talk to draw player aggro. Step 2 was luring players into trap zones. Once the players fell for it, everyone would swarm and beat them down. The final step was stripping all the players' gear and materials. Under Jack's careful guidance, the minions were instantly fired up. After getting wrecked by high-level players last time, Jack sent the minions to ambush outside the beginner village, specifically targeting newcomers doing starter quests.
是不是哪里跑错了
？After robbing the newbies, Jack had them head into dungeons to farm wild wolves. Using Jack's strategies, the wolves died in the most humiliating way possible. The scene left a nearby rookie adventurer party completely stunned. Wild monsters farming other wild monsters was unheard of. Just like that, through the minions' hard work, Jack comfortably sat back and quickly gathered enough clash change materials. And Jack unexpectedly discovered that the minions' intelligence also increased as their levels rose. They not only robbed players on their own but even learned how to flatter him. After handing the boss role to his very first minion, Jack packed up the clash change materials. Now he could finally head out into a wider world without worries, and promised he'd make them even stronger in the future. At this point, Jack had already figured out how to enter the city by becoming a beast tamer's pet. That way, he could slip into the main city. So Jack went to the place every rookie beast tamer visited. It was packed with low-level slimes, the starter pets for all beast tamers. Jack searched for a long time but couldn't find a suitable owner. Suddenly, he spotted a white-haired girl, who was instantly drawn to a pink slime the moment she arrived. To her, whether a pet was strong didn't matter. Cute was everything. When she pulled out a beginner's manual to read, Jack couldn't help but laugh. That thing was something he had made up 10 years ago, and people were actually believing it. After reciting an embarrassingly cringy line, the girl raised her staff to capture. Jack completely froze. She was trying to capture at full HP. Normally, that would never work without an overwhelming level gap. And just as expected, the slime broke free from the magic circle. The girl might have been a pure newbie, but she perfectly fit Jack's requirements. So he kicked the slime away and jumped in himself. As the magic circle faded, Jack successfully became her first pet. But as she heard the system announce a successful capture, the girl suddenly burst into tears. Jack immediately went over to ask why.
让您这么伤心呢？我想要可爱的、亲爱的。我也很可爱呀。你太丑了。
Seeing that she couldn't accept